8 secret ways to make him worry about losing you. Is your man acting distant lately? Do you ever feel like you're chasing him instead of the other way around? It might be more terrible to be in a relationship when you feel lonely than it is to be single. It's time to reconsider your relationship if your partner takes you for granted, doesn't pay attention to you, or spends time with you. He's probably being led to believe that you'll stay around no matter what. So what's the big deal? You've probably put up with so many breaches that his weird conduct has become acceptable, at least in his view. So how can you get a guy to notice he's losing you? This may come as a surprise, but what you're about to learn has nothing to do with games or manipulation. In fact, he'll be happy that you've learned this and will regard it as you doing what's best for the relationship. When he's scared of losing you, he'll be happy than ever to remain in the relationship and put in serious effort to make things great with you. These effective methods for making him fear losing you will be game-changing. Most relationship advice ignores this, but I want you to understand a man's fear of loss and how it may help you feel valued and cherished in your relationship. So let's find out 8 secret ways to make him worry about losing you. Number 1. Be prepared to walk away. You choose to be there every single day you're in a relationship. Always keep in mind that you have the option of leaving at any time. If a man claims he can't commit, he's unlikely to change his mind, especially if you're going along with it. It's one of the most common dating mistakes women make. The trap that so many women get into is that a guy openly indicates he isn't going to be with what they want and they go along with it, ensuring he will never commit to a relationship in the way they desire. Why would he do that? He expresses or indicates that he does not want to be in a committed relationship, and the woman agrees. Is there any reason for him to change? He's receiving what he desires without having to work for it. He isn't afraid of losing you. A caring and loving no thank you to what you don't want is the secret and remedy here. Ironically, you only learn the truth about whether he will ever commit to you and want a relationship with you when you're actually prepared to walk away from a scenario you don't want. Number 2, quit being a lovely girl and you'll instantly have his full attention. There's nothing wrong with being a lovely lady, but there's a fine line between being truly sweet and accommodating and being a doormat. During the first several months of a new relationship, your mind is in the clouds. You want to do everything possible to make the guy of your dreams happy, even if it means sacrificing your own comfort and pleasure. This type of conduct causes a man to become slow. If you work extra shifts to make the relationship work, he'll be left with nothing to do. It will quickly backfire since he would most likely blame you for his faults. He'll complain about feeling suffocated when all you've done is to be a good girlfriend. So stop cleaning his place on weekends. When you're together, stop cooking for him. You're not his mother, but rather his partner. Unless, of course, that's what you want him to see in you. Number 3, change your look. Give your partner a surprise by making him think he knows you well. Remove the label that says you're something and can't change into something else. Your new look might include anything from a new dressing style to a new hairstyle or piercing. Before you ask from him or give him the specifics, get it done. That would eliminate the element of surprise, defeating the purpose of demonstrating to him that you are capable of making your own choices. Number 4, make him crave you like crazy by not being accessible at his disposal. You aren't his mother or his therapist once again. You've got your own difficulties to cope with and your own life to worry about. You're not obligated to be present for him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if sharing good moments and lifting each other up in difficult circumstances is important. He must understand that you were not born to fulfill his every want, no matter how lovely he is. When a guy realizes that he might lose you if he doesn't play the game correctly, he'll be the one to seek methods to fulfill you and keep you engaged in the relationship. And you won't have to wonder why men lose interest in relationships any longer. Sorry for interrupting. If I got your interest, hit that like button and let YouTube know you love our videos. Thank you so much for your engagement. Number 5, be reliable in your words. You're still wondering how to make him worried about losing you. Keep your words solid. We already have a set criteria, a list of what we can and cannot accept before we start a relationship. These deal breakers are critical. It's an indication that you care about your well-being. It signifies you're self-assured and love yourself enough not to put up with other people's abuses or offenses. But somewhere along the road, we forgot about the deal breakers or dismissed them entirely in the sake of compromise. Being forgiving is not a bad quality to have, but there should be a limit to how many "I'm sorry" you can tolerate. If you tell your guy that you would never accept excessive drinking, but then greet him with open arms the next day when he walks into your house with a huge smile on his face, you're sending him a signal that he may disregard your emotions at any moment. Number 6. Do not let him take away your efforts in vain. It's much easier said than done. To make this a reality, you'll need all of your inner power. When you notice that he is taking you for granted, step aside from him. People frequently fail to see the implications of their actions. Your partner too must recognize that his attitude and behaviors may be causing you harm. Reduce your conversation to a bare minimum. Allow him some time to reflect on you and realize that love and respect are not one-way streets. Stop calling him or responding to his texts if that's what it takes to get his attention. Going dark for a while can let him overcome his preconceived notions about you and come forward to put effort into the relationship. Number 7. Take care of yourself. Do something good for yourself to make him worried about losing you. Start going to the gym if you've gained a few pounds to help yourself feel better. You'll make him wonder why you suddenly want to look nice, and once you look like a princess after you exercise, he'll never ever take his gaze away from you. He'll be sorry for taking you for granted and will strive to be a better guy to you. Make a point of doing something like this as soon as you notice that your relationship isn't the same as it used to be. It may be too late if you wait too long to show him that he has to change and that he will lose you if he does not. Number 8. Connect with his true self. Men are in desperate need of meaningful connections. Most guys do not feel appreciated and valued for who they are. It's critical to connect with who he really is, the man behind the mask. This is referred to as the shadow self in psychology. The shadow self is made up of all the aspects of your personality that you don't like to confess to yourself. He may appear macho and harsh to the outside world, yet on the inside he may be quite sensitive and have a great heart. You must consider who he truly is rather than his persona. Pay attention to what lights him up, how he treats others, and what sorts of praises truly reach him. Light him up and connect to him on that level. This will get him addicted to you and realize he never wants to lose you. I hope this video has given you a better understanding of what makes a man scared of losing you. Thanks for watching.